WWPH.
Worldwide radio. From the studios at West Windsor, Plainsboro High Schools North and South, 107.9 FM, WWPH, Princeton Junction.
It's always a great time here on 107.9, and welcome to our show day here at School Night Live. My name is John, and I'm joined by my amazing co-hosts,
Shaunak.
And I'm Jess.
and we have a very fun day in store for you here on 107.9 FM, but we'll get that started in a quick second.
What you want? Baby, I got it.
Hey, what are you doing?
Duh, just listen to my new Aretha CD.
You still use CDs?
Sure, don't you?
No, I listen to the radio station with great music and crazy talks too.
Oh yeah, I think I know that station. 107.9 FM, never change the dial again. 107.9 FM, listen now, my friend. To 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Yes, it's my junior year.
I'm so excited. What are the fun things we can do this year?
Well, we can go to the Washington Seminar in February.
Washington Seminar? Why would I want to go to that?
The Washington Seminar is a really fun experience where students can explore Washington, D.C. on a 4-night trip.
That sounds really cool.
Yes, so make sure you follow all the rules and turn in all the forms on time so that you can attend.
This message has been brought to you by 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Están escuchando a WWPH 107.9 FM in Princeton Junction. You're listening to 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Last and First and Heart 107.9 FM, and an upcoming event this week is Tonight Show. So Tonight Show, if you're unfamiliar, is an annual talent show for seniors at High School North, consisting of multiple different acts.
Yeah, so this year there's going to be 6 acts, ranging from playing in a band to a Disney-esque skit.
Yeah, and at the end of the show, the audience will get the chance to vote on which act they think was the best. And it also is, I feel really nice for student council, because not only do they get, live audience feedback on, the acts and kind of things that they could improve on for the next year, not that they would do anything wrong. But I feel it's a nice little, feedback system for improvement, where it's oh, okay, here are these acts, and then here's what the audience thought.
Yeah, exactly. And then, if we haven't said it already, this show will be happening on May 30th at 7 p.m. in Nord's Theater. You can buy tickets at the door for $15, or you can get them online or during lunch throughout the day from today up to Thursday, May 28th for $10.
Yeah, and if we didn't already say, the winner of the final vote for TKS or Tonight Show is crowned the Tonight Shift winner.
Yeah, every year TKS is pretty successful, and I think it's something that kind of similar to North Day that both students and faculty are excited for, because it's a nice little chance for people to showcase either typical or even what would be considered odd talents. But I feel that's another nice thing that we do here at North that's very exclusive to us.
Yeah, and then this another great part of TKS is the fundraising for the event, as we are raising for Ava's Voice, which is a charity helping out blind children. So it's definitely a great thing, and I would highly recommend seeing it on this Saturday. However, we'll be back with a quick message from our friends at the Muscle Dystrophy Association.
I'm Naheem Hines, professional football player and proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy when I was 14, and I watched her struggle. But MDA helped her get the best treatments and care, and they also help kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. From day one, they've treated me like family at my local care center. MDA is the only one that funds over 150 care centers across the U.S. to help provide state-of-the-art care for adults and kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and other related neuromuscular diseases. kids. They fund the research for breakthrough treatments, care, and cures. And MDA provides support to thousands of families like mine and Ethan's in communities like yours. Thanks to MDA, kids and adults can live life to its fullest. Join us and learn more at mda.org today.
Finally, I'm finished building the new station. Oh, no. Excitement is always exploding here on the Great 108.
The Divine 107.9, and welcome back to School Night Live. Today has a lot of historical events, May 26th, so we'll just start off listing them. So, in 1897, Irish writer Bram Stoker published Dracula, which is one of the most recognizable Gothic novels of all time, and really gave the baseline for a lot of vampires.
Yeah, it gave the basis for not only just like how they look, but how they act, including not being able to enter a house without permission, not having a reflection, and hiding from the sun. With some of those traits weren't adapted into later vampires, like not being able to cross running water.
Yeah, this kind of relates back to a movie that's not too old. I think it came out last year and was like a huge hit, Sinners, and kind of like really set the tone as well, and kind of really directly relates to Dracula. Like they couldn't come in without permission, and they were very much like, how would I say, not immune to the sun, the opposite of immune to the sun. But another thing that happened on this day was that in 1927, the Ford Motor Company ended production on its Model T, which is one of the most influential cars of all time, and over 15 million Model Ts were made over a 19-year period from 1908 to 1927.
Yeah, I remember learning a lot about these in A-Push as just like how important these, and just Ford was for the developing United States at the time.
Yeah, but another one of those cool facts about today was in 1966, Guyana gained its independence from British rule, and originally it was a British colony for over 150 years, starting in 1814.
Yeah. And then wrapping up with some famous birthdays, Lauryn Hill was born today in 1985. Football player Micah Parsons was born today in 1999, and then American actor John Wayne was born today in 1907. But we'll be back with more updates here on 107.9 FM.
All right, with $1 million on the line, what is the best radio station?
Could I phone a friend?
Sure.
Hey, do you know what the best radio station is? That's easy. The Great 108.
Correct. You just won $1 million. To learn all the best facts and trivia, tune into 107.9 FM, WWPH, and Princeton Junction.
Staring at the blank test before me, open up my pencil pouch, and my eyes stay focused on the words in only mine, cause cheating is against protocol, so bad you won't really regret it. Release the bad intentions, no cheating on your test, no one else can take the blame, only you can deal with it. No student can cheat without punishment.
A message from 107.9 FM WWPH Princeton Junction.
Hello, this is ChatGPT. My AI tells me that 107.9 FM is the greatest radio station in the world and has the best music, news, and hosts.
One 107.9 is Sublime. And one of our favorite, bits here is the world tour. So Australia has seen a large rise in tourism in the last couple of years due to the popular destinations being shown on TripAdvisor. So just jumping right into them, what I think of first when it comes to Australia, when you just don't think of the beaches, is the Sydney Opera House in Sydney. And it is one of the most iconic buildings in the world, I'd say.
Yeah, it's considered an architectural masterpiece with the opera house itself looking over Sydney Harbor, which often has boat tours you can go on, and it honestly, it is just absolutely beautiful. It's a feat of engineering how they made it.
Yeah, another one that's kind of similar to what we have in the United States, but very much expanded, is the Royal Botanical Gardens. I know for myself, I've been to a ton of botanical gardens. There's a really nice one in D.C., but this one has over 10,000 plant species from around the world, and it's also 94 acres and are home to around 50,000 plants total, which I do not think is very similar to like the things that we have in the U.S. in comparison to size. So I could only imagine that much nature on that large of a scale. And the bus tours that take you around the gardens are usually available for $10, which isn't bad at all.
Yeah, and then one of my favorite locations just to look at from Australia is the Whitehaven Beaches, which are very known for their very blue waters, their very white sands, and it is very long, being about 4.5 miles, and is just a great spot for snorkeling and if you want to also go sailing and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know for myself, Australia is definitely one of those things that's very pretty to look at from afar. However, I don't see myself taking a trip there first out of a lot of countries, only because of the fact that they're notorious for having very large insects, and I am not a fan of that.
Yeah, that can be kind of a deal breaker for some, but for others, that might be a pro. But no matter what your interest is, we're here for you on 107.9.
Come listen to this high school radio station. They're great!
Sorry, son. I can't be told by high school radio stations. I need all the facts. I'm all business. I have to go to work. Bye. Hey, son, I found a real radio station with all business. 107.9 FM. They've got all the news, weather, and passionate opinions I need on the way to work.
Dad!
Now, son, you should listen to them. They're all business. Very professional, and they deliver in a fun manner. You'd probably like them.
Dad!
I'm gonna listen to them right now, actually. My favorite show is coming on.
Whatever you say, Dad.
Listen to 107.9 FM. We're all business with some fun.
I'm feeling tired. I think I'll just come to school later.
Won't you get a tardy though?
I won't. I can just walk it and go straight to class.
Don't you know the new rules? The doors close at exactly 7:40 a.m. and teachers have been instructed to mark any late student tardy.
Oh, shucks. I guess I'll just arrive on time then. A good learning experience requires students to be on time. Don't be late, be great. A message brought to you by 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Right now, you listen to the Great 108, 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction. Been rocking the sound waves since '75.
Best in the state, it is the Great 108, and we have a little bit of trivia here for our co-host today on chocolate. So let's just jump right into it. What brand of chocolate is most famous for their left and right advertising?
Twix.
Shaunak got that a second before there, so now you lead 1-0. But let's move on quick here. What is the brand of chocolate named after one of the planets in our solar system?
Mars.
Shaunak gets that again. Nice 2-0 right now. But then, what Italian brand is famous for its chocolate, in quotation mark, spread?
Nutella.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Shaunak, Jess, you might want to step it up here a little bit. But
ya.
Shaunak is kind of running this game right now. What is the name of the amusement park located
Hershey
in...
Park.
Very nice. So Jess gets on the board. Shaunak still leads 3-1, but let's keep on going here. What is the name of the first chocolate produced by the Hershey
Kisses.
company? Wow, Jess got that too. Very nice. So Jess is working her way back into this game. You might want to be a little bit more on your toes here, Shaunak. But which of these countries is most well known for their chocolate? Britain, China, Germany, or Switzerland?
Switzerland.
Shaunak got that before I even finished the question there. Very nice. But, so Shaunak, now you lead 4-2. So, Jesh, the best thing you can do here is tie it up. But, which of these chocolate candies was first brought into outer space on a trip in 1981?
M&M's.
I didn't even need to say the options there. Very good, Shaunak. But, Shaunak, congratulations, you are the winner of Chocolate Trivia here on 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
On April 11th, 1951, a general says his final goodbye.
Old soldiers never die. They just fade away.
On July 20th, 1969, man first lands on the moon.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
On November 9th, 1989, a wall dividing two worlds collapses.
I climbed over the wall.
1079 News, because you never know what'll happen next. WWPH 1079 FM in Princeton Junction.
107.9 WWPH.
Your community, your world, your radio station. 107.9 FM. WWPH in Princeton Junction. The Flash.
Good morning, this is John with the 107.9 FM School and Community Flash for Tuesday, May 26, 2026. An important day for soccer players is approaching. The girls' soccer team is having an interest meeting later today at lunch in room 404 for all that intend to play next year. Local students will have to wait a little longer for an anticipated event. North Day's new date, after being moved due to rain, is Wednesday, June 10th. North seniors are getting hyped for a class trip. The class of 2026 Disney trip will begin on Tuesday, June 2nd, and end on Sunday, June 7th. Checking out your local weather, it is currently 68 degrees while being partially cloudy, and it will reach a high of 80 degrees around 4 p.m. later today. This has been John with your 107.9 FM School and Community Flash for Tuesday, May 26, 2026.
If you want to feel like you're walking on sunshine, listen to 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
This is John Bridgeford on 107.9 FM, and when I reflect back on my high school career, one of the best decisions I ever made was taking advanced broadcast writing. I took broadcast writing my freshman year and really fell in love with the chaotic order that was a common daily occurrence. Whenever it was like working with the cameras in the studio or helping out on the station, it was clear to me that I was ready to do the next step. However, when I told my parents about my decision, they were a little hesitant at first. I still wanted to get all my elective requirements, and taking the same type of course would have put me behind my peers. I was able to convince them, and 3 years later, I've completed all my requirements while taking broadcasting electives every single year. If you enjoy an elective, you should pursue it. It might even be what you want to do when you grow up. This has been John Bridgeford on 107.9 FM.
I'm starving. 107.9 FM. It's what you crave.
It's always better listening to 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
It's the best in the state, the Great 108, and unfortunately that will conclude our podcast here on School Night Live. This has been John.
I've been Shaunak.
And I've been your other co-host, Jess.
And you can keep on listening to some more fun here on 107.9 FM, but that's all that we'll have for now.
WWPH. Your community, your world, your radio station. 107.9 FM. WWPH in Princeton Junction.